At one point in her career, Amy Schumer was arguably the biggest female comic in the world, selling out arenas and headlining blockbuster comedies. But somehow, in just a few short years, she managed to burn it all down. Her long trail of disturbing and problematic behavior exposed the cracks in the politically correct, woman-empowering feminist image she'd worked so hard to build. And it wasn't turning her from an okay comedian to one of the most hated comedians of the modern era in no time.
And that's our extreme dislike for Amy Schumer. God bless. Amy Schumer is like the common evil that unites the world.
Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we're diving into the self-inflicted downfall of Amy Schumer. How she built an audience of millions with her bold and fearless comedy, only to betray that same audience through hypocrisy and ego. And most
last Twitch
importantly,
stream
how
had
all of this could have been
24
avoided
views.
if Amy had just learned to let go of her pride and stopped playing the victim every time she got called out. Though let's go
I am
to the video
subscribed to you,
now.
bro.
Before everything came crashing
Yeah,
down,
I am
Amy
subscribed.
Schumer
Y'all
was
see,
still
I
her
show
best
love.
friend,
I'm
former
subscribed to
Vice
what I be
President
watching.
Ma. She
What's the
actually
point of
sat
watching
down
her if you're not
to
gonna
appear to
subscribe?
act
What's
out,
up,
but
Deborah?
by 2004, she had
I'm
shifted
good.
to
How you
stand-up
doing?
comedy, performing regularly across New York
What's up with the other
comedy
YouTube
circuit,
viewers,
including
man?
the iconic Gotham Comedy Club. Her first real break
Like, if
came
you
in
watch somebody
2007,
consistently,
when
bro,
she appeared in the
subscribe to
comedy
them.
version of
What you
American
watching them
Idol
for?
called Last
Ain't
Comic
no point in
Standing,
watching them.
where she made it all the way to the finals. This was her first exposure to a national audience, and even though she finished fourth on the show, her confidence and sharp delivery stood out to audiences, helping her earn a regular appearance on Comedy Central. Over the next few years, she gradually built her name on the comedy circuit, as she made guest appearances on various talk shows.
Hi.
Just saying hi.
Great to see you.
Great to see you as well. Poor choice of words on his part.
I don't think so. I didn't mind this terminology at all.
And even landed a minor role in the HBO series Girls. But Amy didn't really break into the mainstream until September 2011, when she appeared on the Comedy Central roast of Charlie Sheen.
But no, I mean, Charlie, you get a bad rap, but you're just like Bruce Willis. You know, you were big in the 80s, and now your old slot's being filled with Ashton Kutcher.
Even though she was still a relatively unknown comic at the time, her fearless and unapologetically dark set completely stole the show, becoming the highlight of the episode and racking up over 10 million views on YouTube alone. Riding the wave of this newfound popularity, she dropped her debut stand-up album that same year, followed by a special on Comedy Central in 2012. The success of both these projects helped her land her very own TV show, Inside Amy Schumer, in 2013, which turned out to be another instant hit, earning an 80% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes and 7 out of 10 on IMDb. Her bold and unfiltered style of comedy quickly set her apart.
Hey, Michael Kennedy, boy, appreciate you, real one. You just turned me up. I'm having a great day, especially when I'm streaming. I'm having a more perfect day. And then Michael Kennedy just subbed.
Image and gender roles with a confidence that few comedians did at the time.
Having the best day of my life, man. What SpongeBob say? It's the best day ever. How about y'all, though? How y'all day going, man? Appreciate you, bro. Let me get that. Hold on. Dubs in the chat for V-Play. Let me get that on my stream, man. Let me put that on there. Hold on. I know, even though I know you've been sarcastic. You see, man? Showing love, man. Appreciate you.
Officially making her the highest paid female comedian in the world.
Showing love. My stream going cool, Michael. Yesterday, for some reason, like, people can subscribe to me and stuff now. I'm not affiliate yet. But people can subscribe to me and stuff, and it's like they've been giving me way more views. So, like, once you get, like, monetized and advertised on stuff, you get way more views. But I'm not monetized on Twitch yet. Or I'm not monetized on YouTube. That's why I gotta get 500 subs on YouTube. And I just need the viewers in X amount of days on Twitch. But everything going good. My content journey going good. It could be way worse. I could be in no follows, no likes, no shares. But my TikTok, everything do good. It do good in its own way. People love me in their own way. And I love that when I do content, I don't gotta be somebody that I'm not. I could just be myself, show my personality, and people like me for that. That's actually a blessing. That's why, because I be researching on why other YouTubers get canceled and stuff. And that'd be a big reason, like, they'd be acting like they're this great person, then they get exposed for being like a terrible person. That's why I don't try to do too much. Appreciate you though, Michael, for caring, man. Appreciate you for the follows. Appreciate you for stopping by, commenting. That's love. I don't really get that much love on Twitch, so I appreciate that for sure.
However, the same couldn't be said about her next controversy, which began on January 19th, 2016, when comedian Wendy
Yeah, I gotta stream daily. See, I was only doing it on YouTube and TikTok, but I might start streaming on Twitch daily because I need the hours, I need the followers, and it's like the most money is on Twitch. So if I'm gonna do it and I want to see the money and make it make sense, I'm gonna do it on Twitch more. I like YouTube and Twitch. These gonna be my two main apps. TikTok, I love going live on TikTok too, but it be hit or miss. It be hit or miss on all these apps for real. Like, this is the most conversation I ever got on Twitch from somebody that I don't know. But yeah, they say you're supposed to keep one app, but I can't do it. It's like I be addicted. Like, I gotta be on all apps at once. Like, I'm on Instagram. I don't really be on live on Instagram. I'm on Facebook, but I'm on all apps, but I really be live on, because I'm trying to get affiliates so I can get ads and all this. So I gotta lock in. I wasn't locked in. It's supposed to be $9.90. But I just get on here, smoke, and react to these videos. Or just watch them and people comment. Sometimes nobody comment, bro. Sometimes I really just been here talking to myself. But it's like you gotta have a type of phase like that to everything. Everything not gonna start off perfect and great and 1 million followers, 1 million subs. I really don't even care about the money right now. I'm just caring about getting there. And the content, I like pushing out content. It makes me genuinely happy. It's not a lot of stuff that I do, because I'm a Gemini. I don't know if y'all know about Geminis, but we don't stay to one thing for a lot of time. Like, so for me to, usually when I get like a habit, I would do it for a little bit and then I will stop. I did content creating and I've been doing it since May. So I know I really love content creating. But I just started in May and I already got 86 videos on YouTube. I got 200 videos on TikTok and Facebook. So I'm working, I ain't gonna lie.
She claimed that she'd never seen the work of the comedians she was accused of copying.
Kathleen's a great comedian. I have never seen one of her specials. I had never heard her do that show. I didn't know Wendy till I
Do you stream?
I never would have seen her stand up in the 90s.
If you don't, you should.
And even suggested
I'm from Ohio, though.
Comedians were simply jealous of her success.
I don't think it's personal. I think it's just hard to see someone doing well and maybe they pick, like, you know, maybe Tammy pictured a different life for herself and a different outcome, and then so to see someone who's succeeding.
This was one.
You need to start, bro. Unless you don't like being behind the camera. A lot of people don't like being behind the camera. And that's how I am, but it's a city thing, bro. Like, your city will make you think that you less of what you is. But like, people on the outside of the world, they'll make you think you bigger than what you is. So, and that's how it was with me. My city had me feeling like I was never gonna be nothing. Like, nobody ever was gonna care about me or like me, or it's like I wasn't good at nothing. But being on TikTok and all these apps, bro, show me people really do like me. People really do fuck with me. Like, my personality cool. It's not me. It's my city. They just hating. They just haters, bro. Nobody want to see you be bigger than them, so they even they'll support you for when you first start. But when you start getting traction,
and her image as
you're
comedy's
dead.
feminist hero was starting to crumble. With her mask beginning to slip, people also started.
That's how it was for me. Like when I first started, like everybody was sharing my stuff, the whole Facebook. Then once they seen, oh, he's starting to get some traction, they stopped sharing my shit.
While speaking at the Gloria Awards and Gala, stating his face is kind of distorted and his eyes seem like he can't focus on me.
Damn, I don't know
He's
what the
actually
fuck
trying
this
to see
password
me from
is.
the side. He's effing wasted. She then went on to describe the experience in detail, emphasizing how intoxicated he was throughout.
Everybody should stream though, cause guess what, y'all? I'm gonna tell y'all this secret.
But when people revisited it years later, they saw
TikTok, bro. If you want to get on, start streaming and get some love straight from the start, go on TikTok, bro. They gonna love you. They gonna treat you like you family, like they knew you all their life. What I was gonna try to do is I was gonna try to build my following on all the other apps and then bring it to Twitch, but and YouTube. But it's just not. It's not gonna work like that. Like, you gotta put the work in. You really do. You really goddamn do.
So to hear her openly joke about a situation that exposed the very behavior she criticized felt not only disturbing but disgustingly hypocritical.
Yeah, bro.
She was a very vocal
Like in though,
movement when it was
cause I know that eventually the government, bro, they stingy, bro. They eventually gonna end up making it to where streamers don't make as much money as they do. Or they gonna try to make, like, tax the money so heavy. They gonna try to come up with something to stop streamers from making as much, bro. Because think about it. If it was just sports people making the most, and then these streamers come out of nowhere and they starting to catch up and be millionaires and billionaires too, the government not going for that. So many people can become governments billionaires easily. The government not going for that.
At Glamour Mag put me in their plus size only issue without asking or letting me know, and it doesn't feel right to me. She also implies that it
for
could
sure.
potentially impact young girls
For sure.
negatively.
And it just depends on you as a person. Like,
Others sensed inconsistency
you just gotta
in her
be
argument. If there's nothing wrong with being
involved.
plus size,
And you gotta be like not a bubbly person, but you gotta be able to speak to people. Some people really don't know how to talk to people, and they really just big-headed. Like somebody be on stream like, yeah, y'all like watching me. Look at y'all watching me. Keep watching me. Like, swipe up. We ain't watching him no more. He think he doing too much. And there's streamers that they got big-headed, or they just talk about money to the point where it's like, yo, people that's sending you money, they don't got it like you. So we working hard. So if you flexing on us is smacking our face, because it's like, why is we sending you money and you already so rich? They be messing it up for themselves.
In Amy's career, whenever she flicks the blame to protect her public image, and ultimately, weeks before the presidential election, Amy was performing a stand-up show in Tampa, Florida, and things took an.
And that's the thing too. I'm eventually gonna have to do stand-up.
She stopped the show to single out an audience member who supported Donald Trump, mocking him in front of the crowd.
Bro, what's going on? I can't get it. None of my what you mean? Oh, bro, I'm new, so a lot of stuff I'm still trying to figure out. I'm still trying to figure out, bro. And that's the thing when you doing stuff, like the people that's supposed to be in your corner lace your boots. They not gonna lace your boots, bro.
But instead of moving on, Amy doubled down, launching into a long political rant that only made the crowd angrier.
I performed in her. I know you're here to laugh, but you know what? You choose your life. You choose the way you want to live your life.
The show ended with over 200 people walking out.
Yeah, bro, people be hating. Nobody laced my boots, bro. Most of my stuff I got from researching. Researching, man. And just figuring stuff out on my own. Like, I made my own intro whenever you watch it, it's not on Twitch because you know you can't really add clips to Twitch. But if you ever like go to my YouTube or my TikTok or something, I made my own intro. I made my own watermark. I be doing my own skits. Like I just set my tripod up and I do my own skits, bro. I be doing everything by myself. If I had a PR team, bro, I would be been doing way more.
More interested in protecting her ego than connecting with her audience. But the real breaking point came just a few months later with the release of her Netflix special, The Leather Special. The special had massive expectations.
Yeah, though, I will be
signed a $13 million deal.
Live the next couple days, bro. Shit, join up and
expected something bold and fresh. And for Amy,
show some love, bro. I need them affiliate shit.
Past the controversies that had damaged her reputation. But when the hour-long special finally released in March 2017, it flopped hard, receiving thousands of one-star reviews on IMDb. And true to her nature, Amy dismissed all the criticism entirely and started claiming that alt-right haters were the sole reason behind this.
Damn, but why is shit not working?
Anyone who reported that viewers aren't happy with my special, it would have been cool if you did a moment of research before posting. The alt-right organized trolls attack everything I do, and while there might have been a handful of bad faith reviews, anyone who actually watched the special could see that the backlash wasn't just political. The whole thing was just unfunny and had the same tired old jokes about her body and sexual experiences. And if that wasn't bad enough, she couldn't help but steal jokes for this special as well. But even after the disaster of her Netflix special,
logo and banner. Talking about my stream on Twitch or just on my all together, bro.
Even more backlash. This time for being tone deaf and hypocritical. Her 2008
I don't even know like exactly what you're talking about.
A woman who hits her head during a cycling class and
like adding stuff onto my stream.
Beautiful. What was intended to be an empowering comedy about self-confidence and body image quickly triggered criticism for the exact opposite reason. Many viewers felt the film reinforced harmful beauty standards, suggesting that confidence could only come through delusion. As one baffled viewer put it, did Amy Schumer really think a movie about a woman needing a blow to the head to feel confident in her body would uplift people? So it was no surprise when the movie was slammed by critics, with some even calling it the worst film of the year. However, when asked about the backlash, Amy reached into the good old deflection playbook once again. I don't feel the pressure, and whatever they're expecting, it's not my responsibility, so I don't worry about it. Some people really projected what they felt onto it without even that information. The truth is, Amy just can't accept her failures. She's stuck in a never-ending cycle of ego and denial, and by turning her back on the very audience that once rooted for her, she ended up tearing down the foundation of her career. However, while every controversy up to this point had only damaged her reputation, her next public crash-out exposed her most disgusting side yet. After the recent Israel-Palestine conflict broke out in October 2023, Amy wasted no time in loudly and proudly declaring her support for Israel across
What's up, Leah?
social media.
What's the deal?
In doing so, she crossed a line that many found unforgivable. For instance, on October 27th, Amy shared a cartoon on Instagram depicting a pro-Palestinian protest with people holding disgusting fabricated slogans like Gazans Jewish girls only in self-defense and proud of our martyrs. The post had a shamelessly Islamophobic undertone and immediately sparked outrage.
Yeah, bro, I am, man.
Amy Schumer is absolutely
God, bro.
She's going full-blown racist. She needs to be cancelled. How
Don't be like me, bro.
This is
Just do your own thing, man.
Myself, I am hurt, and by posting a photo like
Get an
this,
education,
she is encouraging
get some money, and be a good father, man. If you do, become a father. If that's what you want.
The following weeks, several of Amy's social media posts were exposed as nothing more than anti-Palestinian propaganda, spreading misinformation and dehumanizing an entire group of people. And when actor and YouTuber Asia Jackson called her out publicly, saying saying, "It's so crazy to me how Bella and Geeky had to tiptoe around their segments, and then Amy Schumer is like, Gardens are red and will still have a career." Amy didn't take it too well. She directly messaged Jackson, accusing her of anti-Semitism and continuing to push her biased narrative. And people were not happy about this. Millionaire just told a black
Only to a certain
celebrity
age, bro. Then you gotta stop, bro. You
weaponizing
gotta slow down, man. And you gotta strap up, bro.
Has nothing to do with you being a Jewish person and everything to do with your bigotry. And
you don't even want no kids, bro.
On another occasion,
yeah, I got IG. Everything's our reviews 330, bro. Any app you could think of, go search me up in the search bar. I'm gonna pop up.
Completely out of context.
It feel good when you type your name on YouTube and you just pop up. What that? Oh, you talking about my name? My bad, bro. I got you.
This instantly backfired when Dr. Bernice King, Martin Luther's daughter, personally called her out for misrepresenting her father's words. He also believed militarism, along with racism and poverty, to be among the
all platforms, buddy.
evils. I am certain he would call for Israel's bombings of Palestinians to cease, for hostages to be released. At this point, Amy's hypocrisy had come full circle. The same racist undertones that were first called out nearly a decade ago in the Guardian article have now evolved into blatant bigotry, fully exposing the truth behind her so-called progressive persona. What began as mild criticism of a few off-color jokes had snowballed into a pattern of arrogance, ignorance, and deep-seated prejudice. And the same pattern eventually destroyed everything Amy had once built. The complete failure of her most recent film, Kinda Pregnant, only serves another nail to that coffin, and the proof that whatever connection Amy once had with the audiences is now completely gone. In the end, Amy Schumer's downfall wasn't the result of bad luck, cancel culture, or internet hate. It was the inevitable outcome of a woman who refused to listen, who cared more about protecting her fake public image than growing from her mistakes, and
One bag, infinite possibilities. Kate Spade.
So nervous. Are you guys nervous? You should definitely be nervous.
You died, I died. I just been reunited with both of my dead husbands.
Exactly how I dreamt you. Oh, no.
And I have to pick where to spend eternity.
I don't care where we end up, just as long as we're together. It kills me that I ain't to have a life with you.
We'd all choose the same eternity.
Oh, that could work.
No, I'm done. I'm done with this guy.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the creepiest, most unsettling, and most terrible events to be captured during live broadcasts, TV, and live streams across the globe.
Please welcome Rodney Alcala.
Number 75, Manila bus hostage crisis. In 2010, after being fired as a police officer over accusations of extortion, Rolando Mendoza sought revenge. Armed with weapons, he got aboard a Hong Kong tourist bus in Manila, Philippines, and took it hostage.
The gunman had posted his list of demands onto the windscreen of the bus.
While Mendoza requested...
Hello. That sounds like one of them little scam things.
His job back with benefits, news companies arrived in the area to film the crisis, which lasted for nearly 12 hours.
As the daylight starts to fade and it rains.
Yeah, I got you. I'm about to follow you back right now.
Even the negotiations between officers and Mendoza were broadcast, which was criticized afterward, especially when they broke down.
I'm gonna really stream where you gonna meet, bro.
Was arrested for not having approval. Mendoza
whatever in life, bro.
As officers struggled to get inside.
Damn, look at my boy's logo.
And 8 hostages were killed. How the crisis was handled led to hostilities between Hong Kong and the Philippines for several years. Number 74, Sita's Celestial Calling. During season 2 of Big Brother Brazil in 2002, contestant Sita Moraes
turn my boy up, man.
suddenly heard someone calling her name.
Graphic designer, man. Go support, show some love. Michael Kennedy.
Springing to her feet, she asked the other contestants if they'd called her, but they denied it to begin with. Yet soon after,
I see you boy going crazy.
She heard Moraes' name. However, Pugliese soon confided that she lied as she was worried about Moraes' mental health. Moraes later discovered that on that day, her sister Gloria had passed away after battling cancer. She believed that Gloria was calling her name and felt her sister's presence before she departed for the afterlife. Number 73, earthquake in the studio. Usually news broadcasters are detached from the events they're announcing. However, SETI News was feeling the effects of their breaking news while live on air.
Video from Taiwan's SET iNews in Taipei shows an on-air reporter delivering a weather segment before earthquake alerts appear on screen.
In 2024, a 7.4 magnitude earthquake struck the Taiwanese city of Hualien. 19 people tragically lost their lives and more than 1,100 people were injured. As reporters were in the SETI News studio to announce the earthquake warning, the quake caused the building to violently shake.
Remember, Michael, bro, you started this with me.
Swayed above the workers as they tried to keep reporting.
Social media users flooded comment sections to applaud the anchors.
Man, I'm being real big one day, bro.
The news anchor, showing incredible professionalism, continued her segment without stopping, only holding on to the wall to steady herself. Number 72, priest push. In 2019, popular Brazilian Catholic priest Marcelo Rossi was hosting Mass at Canção Nova's headquarters in Cachoeira Paulista, Sao Paulo. Approximately 50,000 people attended the event, which was also live-streamed online. However, as Rossi delivered a sermon, an unidentified woman snuck past security. She managed to get on stage and push Rossi off it, all while smiling. Thankfully, the priest was okay as he continued the sermon later. The woman, who reportedly had mental health issues, was arrested by the police, but she wasn't charged. However, the incident stuck with Rossi as he began working out, earning him comparisons to the Hulk. Number 71, arrested on air. In 2020, CNN reporter Omar Jimenez was in Minneapolis, Minnesota to report on the protests about the murder of George Floyd. Yet while on the air, some officers began arresting one protester. They turned their attention to the film crew and ominously surrounded them. Jimenez stated that they'd be happy to move to another location.
Whether we're pressed or not, we wanted to make sure we were out of the way.
Yet despite the 3-person crew and their security guard wearing press badges and clearly filming a broadcast, the cops arrested Jimenez on camera and then the others.
I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this.
Thankfully, everyone was released without any charges a couple of hours later.
They arrested them live on the news.
And called the cops' actions unacceptable.
I'm, again, deeply sorry that that happened. I appreciate you being back out here again covering.
I appreciate your help in all this, and I know it's been a tough week.
Number 70, Serene Branson on-air struggle. In 2011, Branson was reporting live from the Grammy Awards. Yet just as she began speaking, she stumbled on her words and struggled to talk coherently.
Well, a very, very heavy divertation tonight. We had a very Darrison fight. Let's go ahead, Terrace Chase English for the head of the pit.
This terrifying situation, especially for the reporter, but also for those watching, immediately got people concerned that Branson was having a stroke on air. Thankfully, that wasn't the case. After Branson was immediately treated by paramedics who found her vitals were fine, she later saw a doctor who deemed she'd suffered a complex migraine, which can cause speech difficulties.
I wanted to say Lady Antebellum swept the Grammys, and I could think of the words, but I could not. They weren't coming out properly.
While it was the first time she'd experienced this issue, Branson recovered and was fine.
And
yeah, I got you, bro.
With migraine aura, which is much more serious than what people think of as a migraine.
Number 69, the Stephen McDaniel interview. In 2011, friends and family of Lauren Giddings were concerned after they hadn't heard from her in several days. Soon they reported her missing from her home in Macon, Georgia. With news broadcasters in the area to report on the story, WGXA interviewed an apparent friend of Giddings, McDaniel.
Lauren was my neighbor. We're just trying to find out where she is at this point.
During it, the reporter mentioned that a body was found, which was later confirmed to be the remains of Giddings. McDaniel froze before sitting down to process it. He then continued the interview.
Howdy. Had you heard anything there?
However, it soon emerged that McDaniel had taken Giddings' life. As part of a plea deal to avoid capital punishment, he pleaded guilty to her murder. McDaniel was sentenced to life imprisonment in 2014.
I will from the in my
Gary Plauche's revenge. From 1983 to 1984, karate instructor Jeffrey Doucet had been harming young Jody Plauche, culminating in the adult briefly kidnapping him.
In addition to his shaken, absent demeanor, Jody looked physically different.
Upon his arrest, Doucet was flown from California to Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport in Louisiana. The news channel WBRZ.
I gotta get my money right, bro. I can't spend no bread right now, bro.
Gary Plauche.
I do need one of the graphic designs, though.
And talking on a payphone, walked over to Doucet and fatally shot him.
TV cameras were recording when Plauche opened fire.
Plauche, who later stated he had no regrets about what he did, took a plea deal that earned him a 7-year suspended sentence, 5 years probation, and over 300 hours of community service. Number 67, the mysterious missing Joanna Lopez. In 1989, those two begin to watch the WMAQ broadcast.
I said I do. I just need, like I said, I gotta get my money right.
The color video suddenly switched to a black and white missing poster for Joanna Lopez. With a hard-to-see grainy photo and no other information, Lopez was impossible to identify. 2 years later, the same poster appeared on WMAQ again with no additional context.
Unless anyone could think of a new reason as to why it would be done deliberately, I think we can all agree that the 1991 broadcast was a mistake. Of which I must admit I do understand the sentiment, but this theory kind of brushes over the fact that the second broadcast was missing once again.
The phone number provided was seemingly connected to the police in Chicago and what this was about and sparking theories. Number 66, Damar Hamlin's collapse. In 2023, NFL fans watched Monday Night Football eagerly as the Buffalo Bills took on the Bengals in Cincinnati. As had happened many times between players, T. Higgins ran into Hamlin's chest during the tackle.
And now another Bills player is down.
However, this time the aftermath was different. After Hamlin got to his feet, he then collapsed as his heart stopped. Within seconds, medical teams arrived and began performing CPR on the safety.
Well, you can see that the ambulance is out there on the field, and they are intensely working on Damar Hamlin.
Thankfully, their efforts were successful as Hamlin's heart was restarted on the pitch before he was rushed to the hospital. He'd suffered a rare commotio cordis where the heartbeat was interrupted when Higgins made contact with Hamlin's chest. Because the medics worked on him as quickly as they did, they saved Hamlin's life.
I'm advocating through the Nation of Lifesavers for everyone to learn CPR and know the direct steps.
Number 65. Footballers near fatal fall. Delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, football fans were excited to see the 2020 Euros take place in 2021. Denmark faced Finland in their opening group game. Shortly before halftime, a throw-in for Denmark arrived at Christian Eriksen. However, instead of his typical talent controlling the ball, it bounced off his leg as he collapsed on the floor. Immediately, everyone knew something was seriously wrong.
Concern here for Christian Eriksen is tangible.
His captain, Simon
You can talk, bro. I'm just trying to figure this stuff out with this Twitch, bro. It's tweaking.
Them working on the midfielder who had had a heart attack. Thankfully, his pulse was restarted and Eriksen went to the hospital, where an internal defibrillator was installed.
Yeah, what should I say? He was gone, and we did cardiac resuscitation, and it was cardiac arrest.
Amazingly, he returned to football in 2022.
Luckily, the doctors and the people, the paramedics and the people around and my teammates at the time reacted quickly and got me back. And at the same time, I was lucky that nothing serious it happened.
Number 64, JetBlue Flight 292's emergency landing. In 2005, after departing Hollywood Burbank Airport,
Yeah, bro, we can talk. I'm gonna call you as soon as I get off here.
New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport. However, shortly after takeoff, the landing gear wouldn't retract.
You can see right there the nose gear on this plane is turned sideways.
It was then decided that the plane would do an emergency landing at Los Angeles International Airport. However, to reduce the risk of fire, the aircraft had to fly for more than 2 hours to use up fuel. During this time, the incident was being covered by news channels.
All these pilots and the co-pilots, the flight crew, they plan for each of these contingencies, all kinds of emergency landings year-round.
Passengers on board could also watch the broadcasts, which sound terrifying. When the time came to land, the pilots did an incredible job as the landing gear sparked a minor fire. All 146 on board survived the nerve-wracking experience.
One thing, everybody, airport officials, emergency evacuation people, what they all seem to agree on is that pilot Scott Berg did a fabulous job of landing that plane safely.
Number 63, the murder of Maritza Martin. In 1993, Emilio Nunez was accompanied by a film crew from Ocodio Asi as he visited his teenage daughter's grave in North Lauderdale, Florida.
Su hija tomó esa decisión de quitarse la vida.
A few months ago, she'd taken her life after it was discovered she was pregnant. Nunez believed her stepfather and mother Maritza Martin were responsible for her death. During filming, Martin arrived, causing the crew to try to interview her. To begin with, she was reluctant to talk. However, after some persuasion, Martin exited the car and spoke to the crew briefly on camera. However, Nunez suddenly appeared behind them and fatally shot Martin several times as the crew fled. In 2000, Nunez was sentenced to life imprisonment. Number 62, Hart's last performance. A member of a legendary wrestling family, Hart was one of the greatest of all time. By 1999, at Over the Edge, using the blue blazer gimmick, he was set to face The Godfather for the Intercontinental